Welcome back to the Pistons Pit Stop. Today we're going to talk about the different lineups the Pistons can put on the floor depending on the matchups they are facing. We will also discuss the state of the roster heading into the 2024-25 season and how it pertains to the overall salary cap. If the Pistons are going to have a much improved season from their 14 wins a season ago, I need you all to answer an important question for me. Who is going to close games for the Pistons next season? Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my page as I bring you Detroit Pistons news all summer and into the NBA season. Let's go.
Detroit basketball!
So here's a look at the 2024-25 roster and how it stacks up as far as the money goes. The Pistons currently have 13 players under contract for next season, but I believe they will get up to at least 14 going into training camp as they have yet to sign their second-round pick Bobby Klintman to a contract. As you can see, the Pistons have met the salary floor of just over $126.5 million while spending $135 million, which leaves them with an NBA best $5 million left to spend to stay under the 2024-25 salary cap of $140.5 million. I already talked about how Trajan Langdon has been cooking his first month on the job and has drastically improved their roster while also being fiscally responsible. Even with one or two more signings, the Pistons are in no danger of getting into the luxury tax level of over $170 million and won't have any hard cap issues anytime soon as the second apron hard cap is set at almost $189 million for next season. Although the second apron doesn't apply to the Pistons, it does play a role in roster building in the NBA, as recently the Los Angeles Lakers, who are looking to improve their roster, can't make a move for a top free agent because they are already hard capped. Also, the Phoenix Suns have set an NBA record for this upcoming season with over $400 million in payroll because of player salaries and luxury tax being paid for next season. As a Detroit fan, this makes me appreciate our roster and how Trajan is building it even more because both of these teams look real silly right now spending all that money and won't have a championship next year to show for it.
Stupid.
So here are the 14 players I see on the roster headed into the 2024-25 NBA season. They have cap space to make another move and potentially add another player to the roster to get to 15, but I think the organization has done a great job of being honest with us about where this team is and tempering expectations to set them up to over-deliver. It's really all on first-year Pistons head coach J.B. Bickerstaff to figure it out, but I believe Detroit should start the season with the starting five of Cade Cunningham, Malik Beasley, Simone Fontecchio, Tobias Harris at the 4, and Jalen Duren at the 5. This will give the team the best balance of defense and firepower with solid backups coming off the bench. I originally believed that Tim Hardaway Jr. would be a starter for us as he is coming in hungry with something to prove, but that same chip is the reason why he's going to be coming in gunning. If we play him too many minutes, he will definitely shoot us out of games, so he has more value coming off the bench for us. The Pistons have also turned three-point shooting into a strength and at any given time have 5 viable threats on the floor from the three-point range. With the addition of Fred Vinson to the coaching staff, I fully expect the team to go from one of the NBA's worst three-point shooting teams to respectable, which will completely unlock Cade into being a borderline superstar. For the record though, I believe superstars are made in the playoffs, so if Cade doesn't get us there, he's simply a star. Good enough for now, I guess. Detroit can also throw an ultra-athletic lineup on the floor if they want to get into a track meet. They have the advantage athletically at almost every position on most nights in the NBA with this lineup on the floor. One of the fastest guys in the league with the ball in his hands is Ivy and is a threat in transition every time. He can throw the lob to one of our best finishers in Asur Thompson or Jalen Duren with Tobias spotting up for the transition 3. Of course, you can't get in a transition without creating a turnover or getting a rebound on defense, which brings me to what I believe will be the most important lineup to the Pistons if we're seriously going to double our win total from last season. The defensive lineup. Bottom 5 in the league in points per game given up at 119 points per game, and bottom 5 in forcing turnovers at only 11.8 per game. The Pistons need to get at least 20 minutes per game with our best defenders on the floor that will put more focus and multiple efforts on display to challenge more shots and force more turnovers, which can turn into easy baskets on the other end. Marcus Sasser came into the league as an elite on-ball defender and showed that potential last year to grow into that role. If we can get our best player, Cade, to put in the same kind of effort as he does on his next play, then it should ignite Jalen Duren to focus more on the defensive end. One of the hardest things to do in the game of basketball is close out in a sprint to your man and stop him from getting to the basket. Just look at this effort in the help by Stu. I have zero worries about Asur Thompson on the defensive end as he came into the league last year defending at an elite level. Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren will be the key to this lineup being successful for us next season. If we cut down a few of our turnovers and cause a few more on defense, we will improve on our bottom 3-point differential in the NBA at a negative 9.1 per game. This will give this team more opportunities to close out close games. Besides Cade and Duran, who do you think will be our closers for next season?